She'd take the world off my shoulders.
Can it play back stuff?
If it was ever hard to move, she'd turn the rain to a rainbow when I was living in the blue. Why then, if she's so perfect, do I still wish that it was you? Perfect don't mean that it's working, so what can I do when you're outside in my mind? 'Cause sometimes I look in her eyes, and that's where I find a glimpse of us. And I try to fall for her touch, but I'm thinking of the way you are. Said I'm fine, said I moved on. I'm only here passing time in her arms, hoping I'll find.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was one.
I'm known as the one in like good and bad.
Tell me, save us your glory. Does he laugh the way I did?
What'd you reach it for?
Is this a part of your story? One that I had never lived?
You're not right.
Maybe one day you feel lonely, and in his eyes you'll get a glimpse.
Clean you like a dish, but I ain't.
Maybe you'll start
You ain't family, you ain't heard of me.
Showing him money.
Find me again when you're out.
Oh, random stuff like that.
My mind. 'Cause sometimes I look in her eyes, and that's where I find a glimpse of us. And I try to fall for her touch, but I'm thinking of the way you are. Said I'm fine, and said I moved on. I'm only here passing time in her arms, hoping I'll find a glimpse of us. 'Cause sometimes I look in her eyes, and that's where I find a glimpse of us. And I try to fall for her touch, but I'm thinking of the way you are. Said I'm fine, said I moved on. I'm only here passing time in her arms, hoping I'll find a glimpse of us.
This is officially the worst day ever. And I came out and my shoes were gone. Have you seen my basketball shoes?
No. No?
I don't know why I would steal her shoes.
Emma is the best player I've ever met, and without her shoes, she's nothing. Out with the old.
In with the new.
In with the sparkle. In with the style. In with my Viking pride.
are you excited for cheer this weekend?
Yes.
Do you feel like your team has a good chance of winning?
I think we have a pretty good chance at getting top 5.
How did you prepare for this?
We have long practices all day, every day. This past week, we've been really training.
7, 1, 3,
Your position for the team, what do you do exactly?
I'm the flyer.
Oh God, that is very important. How excited are you for this weekend?
Very excited.
6, 7, 1, 3, yes! Yes! Almost there! Stay humble!
As a freshman, how do you feel about the cheer season?
I feel like it's a big responsibility, and I'm just great and happy and so excited.
What do you have to do this weekend?
Prepare myself for whatever happens.
Are you excited?
So excited.
Perfect, good luck.
We got this at States.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Aspen Bear and I survived appendicitis.
Okay, so what happened?
So basically I went to school one day and at the time I was on my period and I started to get really bad pains and I thought it was period cramps, and not long after I realized it was not. I was in Mr. Rohrbacher's class and I started to, get a lot of really bad pains. I went down to the nurse and they told me, well, the nurse wasn't here that day. She told me there was nothing she could do for me, the office ladies. So then I went home. My very good friend, Olivia Guzma, drove me home that day and I was in terrible pain. And from that point, when it started, it hurt all the way from that point till the next morning. And that's when I went to the hospital because it was nonstop excruciating pain.
Okay, so you really didn't know what was happening. You thought it was period cramps.
Yeah, at first.
Did you, assume it was appendicitis?
That morning, yeah, because my mother also has had appendicitis before, and I heard that it runs in families. I don't know if that's true. So, and I also looked up the symptoms. So.
And did you go to the hospital?
I did.
What did the doctor say?
At first, when I went in, they brought me back immediately, and I told them that I thought I had appendicitis. They did scans and X-rays and not X-rays, ultrasound and of my appendix. And whenever they saw it, they knew immediately I had appendicitis, so they took me into surgery.
All right, how long did the surgery last?
I don't know. I was doped up. It was. I mean, it's the truth. It wasn't supposed to be that long, maybe an hour. It ended up being longer though, because whenever they went in, there was stuff wrapped around my colon, and they had to remove that because I guess that was a big problem too. So.
And how long did you have to stay in the hospital overall?
2 days.
Only 2 days?
Yeah, the morning of I slept there, and then I got out maybe around 6 o'clock the next day or something. I don't remember.
And how much school did you miss?
A lot.
Was it hard to make up the work?
Yeah. I guess. Not really, actually, because that was during break. So I didn't really miss much. But
what was the hardest part about this?
The hardest part was learning to deal with the scars probably, and also the pain in general. The pain really sucked, but the thing that I am most upset about is the scarring and how they sewed up my belly button piercing and stuff, and how it's all messed up now. But
And what was the most painful part?
probably the healing process.
Yeah. Did you learn anything from this?
I learned to trust your body no matter what. If people are telling you that you're fine, trust your body if you don't think you're fine and go to the hospital, because I could have died. So.
And anything else you want to say to students or just anything in general?
Just you know, take care of your body and take care of your body, and just, you know, if someone's telling you you're wrong, like, you know, put your body first. Put your mental health first. Yeah. Inspirational.
All right.
And that's it.
Thank you for sharing, Aspen.
You're very welcome.
Hi! Welcome back to the third and possibly last episode of Crafting with Pay. As we get to the last half of the school year, many seniors, including myself, are trying to decide what career path they want to take. Today we are talking to Mr. Moorbacher about why he became a teacher. Welcome and thank you for coming on. Now to start, did you originally want to become a teacher?
I originally wanted to be in one of those fields, and you know, on the news or do radio or something where I was out there and, you know, kind of on stage. And then I realized I just, you know, I very likely would like to be a dad someday, and so teaching just kind of fit that. You're home when your kids are home, and I don't have to move far from home. I can, you know, teach right around here. And so both of those things were cool. So wasn't original, but, you know, it worked out, and it became a great career for me.
How did you get to where you are now?
I went to Geneva for college, and that was a great experience. I played soccer and played basketball in intramurals, and it was good. I enjoyed college. And then I actually was interviewed with HOPA, with Union, and with Blackhawk, and I was pretty much hired with HOPA before I even graduated almost. I was like, they were like waiting on my paperwork, and I got it in and got the job, and you know, it's been great.
Regarding your path, would you have changed anything?
Sometimes I think it would have been cool to go to a bigger school or have like a more diverse experience. You know, I went to school in Beaver County and I went to college in Beaver County, so it wasn't a lot different. But, you know, it ended up, everything was great. I just think sometimes it would have been cool to have a different experience that, you know, than where I am now or where I was. But I can't complain about how it worked out.
Now, as we finish up, do you have any advice you'd give to seniors regarding college and career choice?
My advice is to just, you know, really get out there. I just think everything's a learning opportunity. The people you meet is a learning opportunity. The clubs you join are a learning opportunity. The sports you play. There's just so much. It's just such a big world, and I don't think enough people really get out there and explore it. And I don't like to waste time. I don't like to waste days. And I just think, that's what people need to do. Take the opportunities, meet people, do something, try it. If you don't like it, you know, usually you'll be okay. I'm glad to be where I am. Hopo's been a great career and a great community for me. So thanks for hanging out.
As seniors graduate and pursue different paths, such as college, a trade, or the workforce, it is important to know that you probably don't know what you want to do with the rest of your life, and you're not alone. But this time period is for you to explore, have that trial and error, figure out what you like, what you don't like, and you can use that information to figure out what you do want to do in the future. So thank you for following me with my Crafting with Pay journey, and signing off for the last time.
I've been here since 1989. I was 89, I was a substitute cook, and from from 1990 to 99. I worked in the head cook at Independence, and then from 99 to present, I've worked up here at the high school.
So what is your official job title here?
Head cook.
Are you gonna miss working with your coworkers?
Oh, yeah, because I've been with most of these girls for quite a while. I think Cheryl Jones, the one that runs this restaurant, her and I have been together the longest of the people who are up here right now. Yeah. So, I'll be, but I'll still see them. Yeah. So, hopefully.
Do you think you'll miss working at Hopewell at all?
Oh yeah, it's bittersweet because I've been here for so long, and it's bittersweet. But yeah, I'm ready to leave because things have changed so much with food service through the years. When I first started, we used to make our own everything, like French toast. I'd make my own sausage patties. I would make gravy from scratch. You'd have to make everything from scratch. Now everything's just basically, pop it in the oven, from the freezer. I think it was healthier before, really. So, it's easier, yes and no, depend, because I really like to cook, and I like to make things from scratch at home.
I know there are definitely some students that are going to miss you a lot, and some faculty.
Yeah, that's nice, sweet. There's some kids I'm going to definitely miss, but, they come in and talk. Not so much like elementary kids used to come in and talk all the time. You'd be sitting there and there'd be a bunch of little kids come in and just tell you their life stories and everything. So the elementary schools were really more close-knit than up here. The kids were cute. That age they're cute. This age they're nice. They're adults almost, You can have more conversation with these kids than you can an elementary kid. But it's, it's very nice. And I plan on working down at the food bank, volunteering down there, see where that goes, and see how that avenue goes. Plus my dog, take care of my puppy. I have things to do, places to go.
This year's musical is called Curtains. It's basically a musical within a musical murder mystery. So it follows the cast of a Boston production of the musical Robin Hood, and their leading lady dies. And then Curtains, the musical, is basically like how they figure out who killed her, as well as there's 5,000 different subplots. There's this big dance scene, it's called That Away, it's the name of the song that plays over it. Basically just this big bar scene, we're just dancing and the costumes are really beautiful, and I'm just really excited to see it on stage. All of my castmates and my directors are so sweet, and they're just all amazing people, and we always have so much fun. Even if you're not interested in musical theater, it's definitely still an interesting show just because it's a murder mystery, and who couldn't love a murder mystery? It's something very different from what we've done in the past. Like last year we did Cinderella, which was really fun, but this is a completely different spectrum, and I think everybody is super talented, and it's worth it to come watch.
So I was one of those kids that every time my report card got sent home, there was a little note on the bottom that would say, she's a great student, but she tends to be a little bossy. And I've always loved reading and books and literature, and I had some really great teachers in high school that inspired me to kind of go down this path. So you have to get your bachelor's degree in education, and then you can go more specific. So if you like elementary, you could do elementary education. If you like history, you could do secondary with social studies. If you want to do special ed, that's its own program. And then in the state of Pennsylvania, you have to take an exam called the Praxis after you get your bachelor's degree, and that's how you actually get your certification to be a teacher. He seemed like a really nice guy. I was a little nervous at first, but he seems really nice. He was letting students dump yogurt on someone else's head for a skit, so right off the bat I knew we were going to have a pretty fun semester. there's always something that I want to change after I teach. And when I taught the first time during college, I was teaching high schoolers and I did not have enough material at all. So I taught for like 20 minutes and then it was just another 20 minutes of pure chaos. So always over prepare. You are never gonna have enough stuff, no matter how much you have. Try your best, do well in school, and don't be nervous. That's the biggest piece of advice I can give, is it's gonna be okay, so don't be nervous.
Yeah, this is my first student teacher. This is year 21 of teaching, and I never had one. 11 years at the junior high, 10th year up here, never had a student teacher before. She's just very mature and like put together, like organized, and also just has a good personality. I think a huge part of teaching is having a personality and liking kids, and I think she has both of those things. So even before seeing her teach, I was like, she's going to be fine because she has a personality. She can talk to somebody. She's not awkward, you know, and she's responsible. So to try things, and so that try to be independent and try things that you think might work, because it's a lot. You have a safety net here where it's not, it's not going to last for the entire year. You can fix it. It's only going to be a couple weeks long, and also just be confident. It's hard starting out to think like, I don't know if I have the good ideas. I don't know if I have good classroom management, but just to step up and say like, well, I'm going to be confident. I'm going to manage this classroom. I'm going to try these lessons and see if they work. And hopefully you don't fall on your face. But I think if you go into it nervous, kids know, kids can read that, and you're gonna be worried about it. So I think that's the biggest thing, even though it's hard, is if you can be confident in what you want to do and how you want to do it, it's gonna help you.
Oh, hello everybody. I was actually just about to make some burgers. Come on. Right, of course. Everybody, our first step in the burger making process is going to be making our patties. I have these right here. Nice and frosted. We got some spices too. Hey, can you just go to where I told you? Please, we worked on this. Just. Alright. We're gonna get our spices now. A little bit of salt, paprika, oregano, and some garlic powder. Do not need any pepper. Ever. We'll grab some of the sauce too. I don't really know how to say it. Don't touch my hot sauce. I don't like when don't touch my hot sauce. Now that our mixture is mixed, roll them into some ball cake. We need to flatten them out a little bit. So. How about? Alright, we're gonna add some butter to the big pan now. We're adding some steak. Our butter's all melted, pretty much. And our patties. Now that those burgers are cooking, time to cut some vegetables. Time to toast some buns. Some of us here in the kitchen realize that some people out there tell you not to toast your buns. We're not deserving of your time or attention. What? Looks like these patties are done. Let's throw some cheese on it. these burgers suck. It's always nice having pizza. No, the liquid in here isn't disgusting. It's flavored. Alright, we're ready to play. Thank you. Cheers. And lettuce goes last. Want any pickles? Yeah. Oh, thank you. About time you did something, right? All right, let's taste it. It's all right.
I'm going to show you how to make Valentine's Day cupcakes. They're a chocolate cupcake with strawberry icing. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get all of your ingredients together to make the chocolate cupcakes. Add 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour to a bowl. Then add 1/2 cup of cocoa, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and then you're going to want to whisk all of those ingredients together until they're combined. Then onto the wet ingredients. So you want to add 1/2 cup of brown sugar to a bowl, 1/2 cup of white sugar to the same bowl, 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, a splash of vanilla extract, 2 eggs go into the bowl too. And then you want to mix all of that together until it's combined. The next step is to put the mixing bowl into the mixing stand. If you don't have one of these, you can just use a normal whisk to whisk it together. And then you're going to want to put 1/3 of the wet ingredients into the mixing bowl and mix. Then you're going to add some of the milk. And it looks gross because it's buttermilk, but it's not actually like gross or anything. And then you're going to add another 1/3 of the egg mixture, the rest of the milk, and make sure you scrape down the sides of the bowl. That was a total of 1/2 cup of milk that went into the batter. Keep mixing until it's all combined. Then get the pan ready to put the cupcakes in. You're going to want to put about 1/2 cup of the mixture into each of the cupcake tins. The recipe I made 12 cupcakes. So you're going to want to bake the cupcakes at 350 for 18 to 20 minutes and take them out when there's no batter left on a toothpick. Next, it's time to make the strawberry icing. So gather all the ingredients. First, cut up 1 container of strawberries. Then puree the strawberries. Add 1 cup of butter to a mixing bowl and mix it till it's light and fluffy. Then add about 1.5 cup of powdered sugar to the bowl. Do this in increments so it doesn't fly everywhere when you mix it. As you can see, I did this in 2 increments. Make sure you scrape down the bowl to get all the ingredients incorporated. Then add some of the strawberry puree. Mix until combined. My icing was a little bit too thin, so I added some more powdered sugar to thicken it up. Then I added a whole bag of freeze-dried strawberries that I crushed up in the bag. Mix it until combined. Now it's time to decorate the cupcakes. So after they're cooled, you can just apply the icing to the cupcakes. And then I got this fancy shimmer stuff that I sprayed on the cupcakes. And then decorate however you want. I chose to use the shimmer and the sprinkles just to make them more festive for Valentine's Day. So then you're complete. That's the Valentine's Day cupcakes. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy.
What do you do when you're able to make brilliant flavors, your baked goods are stunning, and people beg you to bake for them? You start a business, but not just any business, a Golden Delicious Treats business. Golden Delicious Treats is a home-based baking business that specializes in customization orders other bakeries wouldn't do. Are you looking to make your wedding reception stand out, your child's birthday cake or cupcakes really pop? Just contact Sarah Gold at goldendelicious@gmail.com so she can help your party, gathering, or event stand out from the rest.
This is Mega, Princess, and Shiloh of Rolling Ridge, Horse Farm. So when it comes to feeding them, we always start off with giving them some hay and putting some in their stalls. We always brush them down first, make sure they're all clean. Now their feed is in these big bags, which are full of grains. And then we put on their saddle pad, which is like a nice covering so that the saddle doesn't hurt their backs. Kind of a nice protection. We also have to clean their hooves, and we use a hoof pick. So it has a pick on one side and a brush, and you just sort of muck out their hooves and then brush it down so that they're all clean. And these are the horses of Rolling Ridge.
This is how to make homemade pepperoni rolls. Start by preparing a sheet with olive oil or Pam spray. Take the desired amount of frozen bread loaves and place them on the sheet. Brush the olive oil into the bread loaves. Cover in saran wrap and let rise for at least 2 hours or until dough is pliable. Preheat oven to 350 degrees. Stretch dough evenly into a rectangle. Apply provolone cheese across the dough. Place the pepperoni to cover the entire rectangle. Add shredded mozzarella cheese on top. Roll the dough and tuck the sides to avoid leakage. Make sure the seam is on the bottom of the roll. Take 3 tablespoons of butter and add at least 1 to 2 tablespoons of parsley. Add a teaspoon of garlic salt and melt in the microwave for 15 seconds. Apply the butter mixture onto the rolls. Once oven is preheated and rolls are ready, bake for 25 to 30 minutes. Remove the rolls from the oven and let them cool. Once cool, enjoy.